Hi everyone, my name is matbaezagtr and welcome to my lesson for Modern Guitarist Patreon. So let's talk about tension and release. This is one of the most important concepts in music, if not the most important, because everything about music is related to that, okay? But first, let me explain you a few things related to music harmony. We have something called chord functions, okay, which is the sound quality of any chords we can build over the scale degrees, sorry. So there are three main functions known as tonic, subdominant, and dominant function, and we can find them on the following scale degrees. For tonic, first, third, and sixth. So dominant, second and fourth. And dominant function on fifth and seventh. So we can call home all those tonic chords because it's the feeling of resolution. So no matter what I play, if I resolve into a tonic chord, will be like, this is it, this is the place, right? Subdominance can't be understood as a bridge between tonic and dominant chords, right? They have tension, but not as strong as a dominant chord. So I can go from a subdominant to a tonic chord without no problem. It's, like softer. And finally we have dominant chords. This is tension at its best, They will always tend to resolve to a tonic chord, the first degree mostly. So fifth to 1 or to first degree, then seventh, which is diminished if it is a triad, or minor 7 flat 5. So the idea here is just learn how to use these functions in order to build emotion, build expectation, and play between tension and release. With that said, let's move into melody. Okay, so any chord tone will be like home, our safe place, right? Let's put an example: D minor 7th Iolian, which is D, E, F, D, A, B flat, C, or first major 2nd, flat 3rd, minor 3rd, 4th, 5th, flat 6, flat 7th, okay? So the note of the triad are those, as I said before, like home. So no matter what play, they will always feel right, okay? So let's play a D on bass and try what happens if I play those notes. Root, minor 3rd, 5th, flat 7th, so even if they are chord tones and we call it as home, they express this resolution in different ways, okay? So the root, it's just, home, safest place. Then the third remarks the sound quality of the chord, which could be minor or major, you know that. But and the fifth, it is a safe place to land, but as a dominant degree, it will always tend to, or naturally tends to, resolve to the root. You see? Any note which is not part of the chord is called tension. And they always want to move into a chord note, okay? So here we have 9th, 11th and 13th. The 9th is just the 2nd degree, the 11th is the 4th degree, and 13th is the 6th degree. So let's hear how they sound. Okay, so the 9th. The 9th, you know, like opens the melodic spectrum. Makes me feel that something will happen now, okay? And the 9th tends to resolve into the minor third because it's just a half step down. And you know, the half steps or the semitones is where the money is. Or you can resolve to the root. Closing the cycle. So now let's move to the 11th suspended sound because of the suspended 4 chord. If you resolve into a minor or a major chord. So 11th wants to resolve to the 5th or minor 3rd or major 3rd. Doesn't matter. And then we have the 13th. In this case, as we are playing on Aeolian mode, will be a flat 13, okay, so which is B flat, and this is not a pleasant sound, right? But you can use it as a pass tone to get into the to the 5th. Sorry. There is a rule which says that any tension has to be a major 9th over the tone chord. But of course we can break the rules, and if you want to build dissonance or tension, you can play it anyway. It's your choice, you're free to do whatever you want. So let's put this into a context. So I'm gonna use a section of one of my songs called Caminos, and let's see how it goes. So first we need to know what the harmony is, okay? So first chord was a D minor 7, tonic, 1st degree, C major, dominant chord, flat 7, G major, this is a modulation, I'm borrowing a chord from D major. Then let's go back to Aeolian, B flat major 7th, and then C7th, this B flat major 7th, it is a tonic chord or tonic function, then dominant function to resolve into the first one, the 1st degree. Okay. So at the beginning I started with tone chords, you know, like nothing special. The 9th, E, but now the chord changes to C major, so this E will become major third. Then, as I'm playing a modulation, and it's supposed to be a G minor 7th chord or G minor, I try to remark the quality sound of G major, so I play major third. Then, as I am half step up from B flat, just go down A semizone and say, okay, we are here now. We're marking, we are playing on Ionian. Okay, then I started with a 9th again, making this sound, and go further on the melody. So if you want to create tension, you can go, further in tensions. And see when you want to resolve. There is no rules about that. It's your decision. As Chick Corea said once, music is about decisions, it's about making choices. That's why this is so important to be conscious about tension and release and intervals. You can watch Jack Gardner's lessons on YouTube, which are extremely good ones. Levi Clyde, or this interview with Tom Quayle and Paul Gilbert talking about intervals. Again, tensions are, notes outside the chord, like 2nd degree, 4th and 13th, or 6th degree, which could be flat 13 if you're playing on Aeolian, natural minor, or natural 6 if you're playing on Dorian mode, right? 9th will resolve or tend to resolve to minor 3rd or to the root. 11th will resolve to the 5th or minor 3rd. Flat 13 or flat 6 tend to resolve to the 5th, perfect 5th, or flat 7, but doesn't sound too good, right? And of course we have the flat 7, which is a chord zone, but it makes a sensation of tension, like the major 7. Okay guys, that's all for now. Hope this lesson helps you to find your own voice, to develop your language, your phrasing. And I invite you to get into musical theory and harmony, because it is a huge difference when you know what are you playing or what do you want to play instead of just playing patterns. Okay, so also thank you for becoming a Modern Guitarist Patreon, and feel free to check my socials. My name is Matias Baeza, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, Matias Baeza Music. So yeah, that's it. See you next time. Bye.